In this video, we are still on the third day of the trip. After leaving Narva, we wanted to visit some castle ruins in similar sounding location, Vasknarva. It is located south from Narva, but because there are national reserve areas and a power station between, there are no direct roads. This meant we had to ride back to Jõhvi, where I did the repairs a day earlier, and head south from there. Luckily that was only some 50 kilometers to Jõhvi. In Vasknarva I was expecting some remains on the ground at most, but to my surprise it was a bit more than that.
So I'm not going to talk long about this or make any long videos because it's surrounded by private properties. But this is a second castle on the spot. The first one was built somewhere around 14th century, but it was destroyed pretty much the same year by rebels, and then some decades later they built a stone castle which lasted a bit longer, but it was destroyed and then rebuilt and destroyed and rebuilt, and so it has changed hands several times.
Next we stopped by the largest lake of Estonia, which, as I mentioned in the previous video, we share with Russia. The soundtrack was awesome, the view was nice, but the odor track was terrible. There was some storm recently that washed a lot of fish to the shore, and it turns out they die on the shore. After torturing our noses, we returned to enjoying the road. And this is where you prepare yourself for staring at my handlebars for a few minutes.
Darling, gonna make it happen.
So this is another Livonian order castle. This has first been mentioned in 15th century, but the experts believe that it was actually built in the 14th. And as you can see, it's not very small. This castle was partially destroyed in the 17th century and completely destroyed in the 18th century. And it has been so destroyed that it has been declared dangerous, as the sign says. Sorry, there are a lot of bugs here. So these are the 3 bits that have remained. It's really difficult to tell by these that what was the shape of the castle. I'm not going to get very intimate with these walls because of the sign that says that anything can drop on your head at any time, so we'll just have to deal with the shots like this. Now, I may not find out much about the shape of this castle, but it's clear that it has had 2 round towers at least, and there are a lot of stones sticking out, so this must have been part of the wall that connects the 2 round towers. And I also read that after destruction, most likely the locals have helped disassemble the castle further by using the stones as their own building material, which is not uncommon of the time. Take a look at the thickness of this wall, or what's remained of the wall. That's, I think, roughly 1 meter. And now compare it to the tower wall, which is, I'm guessing, over 2 meters thick, or has been at least. But I think we'll call it a day now and start looking for our accommodation for tonight.